Now let's go to the practice one. In the first question, given an integer input, so in this case, I limit to 3 digits, but actually we can have more than 3 digits. Show the summation of those digits. So let's say if I have 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And the output will be 9. How can we do this one? The output will be 2 plus 3 plus 4. So it will be 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 9. How can we get 2? How can we get 3? And how can we get 4? So the hint is to use remainder and division. Okay, so let's see. Make a new question. I will make a class. Okay. Q1. Okay, so this is the question 1. Let's have scanner. And I need to import the Java util.scanner. And let's say I have the number. Okay. The number means the input from the user. So I give the input and input the number. If let's say you have the number is 2, 3, 4. How we can check the numbers if we want to print for every of the digit 4 and 3 and 2. So we can get the number like this one. If we have number if number remainder 10, what is the result? If I input 2, 3, 4, then number remainder 10 is 4. Then I can say that, okay, I will do this one divided by 10, and then this one, can I say this is divided by 100? Remainder 100. What happens if it is remainder 100? 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3, 4. So it's not correct because I just want to get only one digit. Then what can we do next? After we have the 10, can we do maybe divide? After we check the remainder, we will divide it. Oh, this one, let me just give line. Okay. Let me give the input is 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the remainder of this number is 4. And then after I have 4, I will divide with 10, and the remainder, the number will be becoming 23. So, okay, I can do again with this one. So this will give you 3. And then I will give this one again. So the number will be 2. Is it true? Let me try. 2, 3, 4. Oh, why it is not true? Because we just have the static number here. maybe we need to use this one. Number equals to, we can divide with 10. Because the new number is 23, so the number remainder by 10 will be 3. So input 2, 3, 4. Okay. The first remainder is 4, and then if we divide with 10, it becomes 23. And then we will divide with 10, so the number will be 23. And if we want to remainder 10, then the remainder will be 3. And then if we divide with 10, the last one will be 2. So we can add the 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. So the easy one is like this one. This number will be 2. Okay. So I can add 4 plus 3 plus 2. Okay. So if you use this one, it is not elegant. Okay. The code is, yeah, because you have only 3 digits is fine. But if we have more than 3 digits, there will be a problem. How can we solve this one? So if I have this number, can I say something like using iteration? How can we use iteration? So the numbers will decrease. From 234, it becomes 23, and then it becomes 2. And then if we divide with 10 again, it will become less than 10. Okay, then I can say like this one. Well, number is greater than 0. Okay. While number is greater than 0, let's do something. Okay. How we do here is to check for this operation. We will do the remainder. Maybe we can say, because we want to add the number, let's say I have the x equals to number divided remainder 10, and then I will have total, which is start from 0, and then total will be total plus x. And then after I have this total, I will divide the number with 10. So I can, oh, so I can put this one into the comment, and then let me print total. So if I do this one, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the total is 9. So with this simple line, we can get the result. Okay. So without moving many statements, we can just have the small statement like this one. So this is the problem number 1. You don't need to use array, you don't need to use class to solve this problem. Okay, let's go to number 2. Given a digit input of 8, determine the category. Okay, I have 3 examples. The input 8 is 4, and you are a child. If the input 8 is 35, then you are adult. If it is 20, then you are youth. Okay, I give this note. So this is the range of the age, and this is the category. Okay, we can just use this using if, I guess. Okay. Let me make the Q2. Then let me make the main function. I need to input the age. Okay. So there is an error. It means you need to get the import function. And then I will have the age equal to the input dot next int. Now I have the age. What we can do next is to check the category. If you have like this category, yeah, it is easier if you start from the large one. So if age is greater than equals to 30, then it is adult. Then you can write if age is greater than equal to 30. You can print you are adult. And then else it is between 17 until 30. It is youth. You are youth. Then I can have the if age is greater than equals to 17. You are youth. Okay. And then we have else if age is greater than equals to 10. Am I right? Okay, 10. Okay. Then it is teenager. You are teenager. And then at the end, else you can print you are child. Am I right? Okay, in between 0 until 10 is child. You can have your own idea. Let's say if I want to have the if age is greater than 0, okay, it is, yeah, you are child. And then, for example, you want to give else, your input is wrong because there is no age with negative. Okay. So if I run, oh, nothing. Okay, because I don't put any prompt here. So you can put, let's say 35. Okay, you are adult. You can input, let's say system.out.print line input the age. Okay. Then you can run again, input the age. So I input 20. Then you are youth. Okay. So using this one, yeah, I guess it is not that big issue for you. You already learned about the if and else if. Okay. Question number 3. Given a gender input, show the comment. Okay, if I input the gender male, then you should go to army. If the gender is female, you can selectively choose for army. Okay, now the input is string. Okay. And the input can be in lowercase or uppercase. So let's say the input can be male with big M. So how we can make the program for this one? Okay, let me make Q3. I will make a scanner. System.in. And then I will import this. And then next, I need to get the input from user. So I know that the input will be string because it is male and female. Gender input dot next. So I have only one letter. I don't need to have next line, so I just have next. And then I would like to check if the gender is male, then there will be a message, you should go to army. If female, then you can selectively choose for army. So we can have another if gender dot equal. Okay, we learned about the equals and equal ignore case. What does it mean? If we use equal, means we will check exactly the same with the word. But if we use equal ignore case, it means we want to remove the case. So we want to check the gender and equals to ignore case. In this case, we want to check if the word is male. If the word is male, then we can print you should go to army. Okay. Else, you can print, you can selectively choose for army. Let's see this one. Now I can try. If I print male with big M. Oh, you should go to army. Okay. Then it recognizes that I'm giving a male for input. How if I input other gender? For example, I give child. Okay, the answer is you can selectively choose for army. Because in the else, it means if the input is not male. So anything, if not male, then you will print this part. Yeah, you can put like this one, if gender equals equal case, and then you want to have female. Yeah, if you want to use this one, then it's okay. And then you can put another, if else, then your input is wrong. So yeah, you can make like this one as well. Now, I have another condition. If the male is above 18, okay, so yeah, every male above 18 should go to army. Can we check with the age and the gender? Okay, I give another question like this one. If I have two inputs, the age is 20 and the gender is male, then yeah, you should go to army. But if the age is 15 and the gender is male, so I can calculate 3 more years, you should go to army. then it means I have the limit like 18. 18 is the age, and then 18 minus 15, it is 3. So 3 more years, you should go to army. If it is female, then you can selectively choose for army. Okay, how can we make this program? So if it is a combination between male and age, you need to calculate. How can you write this program? Okay. Show the comment in Java. Let's have the class Q38. Okay. So basically, you can just use a scanner input new scanner system.in, and then you need to click this one to get the import function, and then now there will be two input. System.out.print. What you want to print is check your age. Okay. And then you want to get the integer, is the age equal to the input.nextInt. And then I want to get the your gender, which is string. Okay, this is the basic one. Okay, I hope that you already know how to write this code. Okay. And after you have this, I want to check between the two. Okay. How we can check? Yeah, it depends on what you want to see first. In this case, yeah, we have several options: male and higher than 18, male and less than 18. This is not male. Okay. Then you can have like if gender not equals ignore case equal to male. If the gender equals to male, then there will be another two options. If age is greater than 18, equals to 18, then system the print line, you should go to army. Else, we can make the calculation. What is the calculation? We have 18 minus age, 3 years more, you should go to army. As you might know, if we use the minus and plus, we will check from the left to right. Okay. If the condition is not male, then you can selectively choose for army. Okay. So we have if inside of the if. So if I run this, your age is 20 and gender is male. Okay, you should go to army. If I run again, your age is 15 and your gender is male. Okay, 3 years more, you should go to army. If I have my age is 15 and my gender is female, you can selectively choose for army. Okay. Question 4. Given user input, show the result of either addition or multiplication. Okay. In the example 1, if we want to have addition, if we choose 1, then it is addition. If we choose 2, it is multiplication. So the selection is 1. Okay. Then the input number is 5. So I will do the addition of number from 1 to 5 is 15. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, it is 15. If I choose 2, which is multiplication, then I have also another number, which is 4. I will do the multiplication. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the result is 24. Okay. How can we make this program? Let's see the, okay, let me make Q4. 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 And then I will make a main method. Now we have scanner again. So this is the basic idea. The scanner always be there if you want to get the input from users. So whenever you have problems, so don't forget to use this scanner. Okay. And then what we have next is to give the two options, addition and multiplication. Okay. So I have this one, selection. One is addition and 2 is multiplication. And choose. Okay. Anyway, selection is choose. Okay. And then I want to get your selection. If the selection is 1, so I need to get this integer selection equal to input dot next int. If selection equals to 1, then I will do something here. I will do the addition. What is the addition? It is only the adding from 1 until the number that you input. So input a number. So I think the input number is the same. So I will just do the input number here, input number. I will give the from input number. So I have the number, and then if the selection equals to 1, so I will do the addition from 1 until that number. Yeah, you can do with 4. Let's say I use 4. The I will start from 1 until I equals to the number, and I will be added by 1. So we can have another variable, which is total. Let's say it is starting from 0, and then the total plus equal the I, because I want to accumulate from I to the number. And then you will print system.out.println the addition from 1 to the number is, you can put the total. Because the number is the input, so I want to check if the addition from 1 is to the number is the total. This is an addition. What about the multiplication? So we can use else, and in the else we can do the same thing. Okay, we can do the same. So the total is 0. Maybe because it is at multiplication, we can make it as 1. Okay. Maybe if you want to check, okay, I do not want to use the total, I want to use multiply. Well, that's also fine. And you can see that there's an error here because it should be a local variable. The local variable is valid only in this part. So the definition of total here is not available in this block. So it is separated. That's why we call it, this is the local variable. So I will use this multiply to use this one and then do this one. Because this is multiplication, I can change this one to multiply. Okay. And then I can change this one to multiplication. From 1 to number, this is multiply. Okay. I guess it is all. Let's see. Okay, there are two selections, addition or multiplication. Okay, let me choose one. Okay, input number, let me input 5. The addition from 1 to 5 is 15. Okay, that's correct. Now I input again. I will do multiplication. Input number, let's say 4. Okay. The multiplication from 1 to 4 is 24. Okay. Then yeah, we finish with the question number 4. Okay, that's the question number 4. How about question number 5? Okay. Given the spending inputs in integer and store the values in an array, calculate the average. Create a method to calculate the average. So how many inputs do you have? Okay, I have 4 inputs. So I have the spending 1, spending 2, spending 3, and spending 4. And then I would like to calculate the average. Okay, how can we do this one? Let's make question 5. Q5. So in the Q5, again, I will do the scanner, input the scanner, system.in, and then what I have now is how many input do you have? So how many input? Let's say I have the just num, okay. So input next int, and then I will put this number as the size of the array. I have an array, and then the variable name is pending equals to new integer, and the size will be the num. I have one array and the size is num. And then what I can do next is to check for how many times of this input. So I can do for integer I. It is starting from 0 until the I is less than the num, and then I will be added by 1. So you will get for every of the number, the spending I will be equal to the input next int. And then don't forget to make the prompt. The prompt is the spending. What is it? This is spending 1 in dollar. So spending 1, it means we want to get the I plus 1. Okay. And then I want to put it into the dollar sign, like this one. Because I is starting from 0, so if I want to show 1, then it should be added by 1. And then I will add this into the variable spending I can just make another variable total equals to 0. The total will be equal to the spending I. And at the end, we want to find the average. The average spending is, okay, we have the total and we can divide with the num. Okay. We can divide with num, but don't forget that average can be in the real number. So you can make it as a dump. If I run this, how many input? Let's say 4. Okay, spending 1. 20, 25, 10, and 15. Okay. 20, 25, 10, and 15. Okay, the average spending is 17. Right? Oh, 17.5 actually. Okay. Then this double is not located here. Actually, this one should be inside. So, am I correct? Let's see. How many input? We have 4. So 20, 25, 10, and 15. Okay, the average spending is 17.5. Okay. Yeah, if you understand how to write the code in Java, it will be easier for you to write it like what you already practice. Oh, the problem is now we need to make a method to calculate the average. Okay, just if you want to make this as an average with the method, you can change. Public static void average. Okay. Yeah, it depends on you how you want to do this one. Let's say if you want to put this all of them here, then let's say you want to have the integer num. Okay. And then, yeah, if you want to put all of them here, that's also fine. Okay, you can also make like this one. And the input is the scanner input. Yeah, it is in this case. Yeah, because there is no such of the proper problem here. Just calculate the average. Then you can change this one. Let's say you keep this one, and then you can calculate the average. Okay. The average means you want to have the total and you want to have the num. Okay. So let's say if you want to have this one, so the average here will be the result, the average of total and num, and you will return double. So the return will be the double total divided by num. Then the result will be the same. How many input? 4, 25, 20, 10, and 15. So the spending is 17.5. Okay. So there can be many options to make the method or to make the solution. Okay, due to the time limitation, for the remaining, I think I will just skip this one because it is only making a flow chart. This is also making a flow chart. I will skip. I think I will not give you the problem of this one. The second practice is about the OOP. So the problem is about the sales. Okay. There are 3 products. We have table, chair, and cabinet. So there are 3 customers. Customer 1 buys 1 table and 2 chairs. Customer 2 buys 1 table and 1 cabinet. Customer 3 buys 1 cabinet. So calculate the total sales. So for the solution 1, you need to use multidimensional array. For the solution 2, you use the object oriented. So the answer, the total sales will be 270,000. So how can you make the solution? So for this problem, I will give you the solution. I will upload the solution so you can have idea how to solve the problems. Okay. Okay, I will finish this part. Any questions?